officially requested a trade after being tagged in Cincinnati. Have there been any suitors?
He's available. The issue is you'd have to compensate T. Higgins and you'd have to compensate the Bengals. The fact that the Bengals haven't had any contract negotiations with him and based somewhere where they're going to pay him. The Bengals haven't been willing to do that so far, and there's no resolution by then.
Yeah, RC, what would the loss of Higgins mean for Joe Burrow?
Why we've seen him excel. In 2019 at LSU, we had the Monstars with backfield. And since he's been in Cincinnati, it's been Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. And you're going to have to add pieces around him to allow Joe Burrow to distribute the football a weekend ago, and he said he really wanted the Cincinnati Bengals to resolve things with T.
Would be that 74% of Joe Burrow's pass attempts in his career have been made with T. in recent weeks. As Stephon Diggs in Buffalo, Diggs put out a cryptic post on social scenario where Diggs is not with the Bills next season.
Continues to put out mysterious tweets and posts on social media that make you to move him. They obviously want to keep him. If they were to trade him, it would cost them even more against the listen, and the Bills would have to listen at that point in time. But as long as he's posted, then again, like T. Higgins, this is an issue that will float out there all the way till.
Hawk, if he does want out, who should be on the phone with Buffalo right now?
Diggs has. And to me, it's Houston Texans. I know he would love to play for the Cowboys with his brother, but we can get onto the scene a year ago. And it was so very clear he is in the upper echelon of NFL quarterback, all on rookie contract. If you add Stephon Diggs into that mix, they're already contending any offensive skill position groups in the league. When you mix it with CJ
free agency, they want to go there now, too. It's a great place to go. D'Amico Ryan's a big reason for that as well. May need to get. Mel's got 3 wide receivers going in the top 6 picks. Marvin Harris, Rome Odunze, 6 to the Giants. It'd be the first time in draft history that 3 wide consistent with Harrison Jr. at the top of your wideout class. Just how close is
back in August and through the year that Marvin Harrison Jr. was the #1 guy, and there was like I could touch him. There was not a refuse. Loved him. That was when Keyshawn Johnson came out that year, when #1 overall. Marvin went in the middle of the first. Talent. Bigger, okay? And I think when you look at Marvin Harrison Jr., I said he's my guy. He's #1. It's the battle all year. Every time I talk to people in the league, which one? I get a 50-50 split when Neighbors and people saying Neighbors is ahead of Harrison. I haven't seen that, heard that from people I speak to. It's not Harrison Jr. is my guy like Larry Fitzgerald was when he came out of Pitt. People were trying to talk me off of Larry Fitzgerald. Malik Neighbors and Odunze are basically 2 and 2A. You can flip a coin on those two.
Rome Odunze this weekend, and he said he felt like all of those guys were #1s and came into this season as the top guy. He had a great season. There's a lot of talent with able to do attacking the field on all 3 levels. He's a catch and run guy. He's a guy who
analyzing the peaks and pits of 2024 NFL free agency contracts. March 20th, 2024. As the dust settles on the frenzied landscape of NFL free agency, it's time to dissect the best and worst contracts inked during this offseason saga. While hindsight might eventually shed light on the ultimate success or failure of these deals, let's dive into the current state of affairs. Starting with the highs. Best, Kansas City Chiefs sign W.R. Marquise Brown. Marquise Brown's potential to shine anew with the Kansas City Chiefs on a 1-year, $7 million deal speaks volumes. Despite recent challenges, the explosive wide receiver could find his stride in a dynamic offense helmed by Patrick Mahomes. Best, New Orleans Saints sign edge Chase Young. A 1-year, $13 million gamble on Chase Young could pay dividends for the New Orleans Saints. The talented edge rusher, still in his prime at 24, brings promise and potential to a team eager for defensive firepower. On the flip side, here are the lows. Worst, Las Vegas Raiders sign DT Christian Wilkins. The Las Vegas Raiders' staggering investment of 4 years and $110 million, $82.75 million guaranteed, in Christian Wilkins raises eyebrows. While Wilkins boasts skill, the price tag seems inflated for a player yet to prove himself as a game-changer. Worst, Arizona Cardinals sign DT Justin Jones. The Arizona Cardinals' 3-year, $31.2 million commitment to Justin Jones appears dubious. Despite his solid performance, Jones lacks the transformative impact expected of such a lucrative deal, potentially leaving the Cardinals regretting their investment. As the offseason unfolds, the league witnesses a fascinating interplay of risk and reward in the realm of free agency contracts. While some teams strike gold with calculated gambles, others find themselves weighed down by hefty price tags attached to uncertain futures. Only time will tell which side emerges victorious in this high-stakes game of player acquisitions. the intricate dance of NFL free agency, where each contract signed is a delicate brushstroke painting the canvas of team rosters, shaping the destiny of franchises for seasons to come. As we dissect the highs and lows of this offseason's player acquisitions, it's akin to unraveling the layers of a captivating novel, where every twist and turn leaves us on the edge of our seats, eagerly anticipating the next chapter. In the euphoria of securing a coveted talent, there's an air of optimism, a sense of potential fulfilled as teams envision their newly acquired players donning their colors, making game-changing plays, and leading them to glory. Yet, amidst the jubilation, there lurks the specter of uncertainty, the nagging doubt that accompanies the weight of hefty contracts and unfulfilled promises. For every Marquise Brown poised to ignite a spark in a potent offense or Chase Young ready to wreak havoc on opposing quarterbacks, there's a Christian Wilkins burdened by the weight of sky-high expectations or a Justin Jones struggling to justify the investment placed upon him. It's a delicate balancing act between calculated risk and reckless abandon, where teams tread the fine line between success and failure with each signature on the dotted line. Yet, amidst the chaos and unpredictability, there's an undeniable allure, a magnetic pull that draws us in, captivated by the drama and spectacle of it all. Like spectators in a grand theater, we watch with bated breath as the curtain rises on a new season, eager to see how the cast of characters assembled through free agency will shape the narrative of the Gridiron Saga. In this ever-evolving landscape of professional football, where fortunes rise and fall with the tide of each passing offseason, one thing remains certain. The allure of NFL free agency will continue to captivate and enthrall fans, players, and pundits alike, as we bear witness to the unfolding drama of the game we love.